Invitation Tournament was born in 1938. 87 years in the home whites and the road reds for the Gamecocks, and we are underway in round one of the National Invitation. There's Cotton with the ball, 3 in red, 4 on the shot clock. Step back. The fresh
up this production in the starting lineup.
Now Dongo back out to Powell for 3.
Straight on 3, he's been knocking those down as of late.
Speaking of threes, off the window goes Marcellus Brigham, opening the scoring at 8 lead. They finished second place in the Conference USA tournament, and there's the first 3 of the night to match.
Better coach can you play for as a point guard. You absolutely want to be able to lace them up for a guy like this.
Averaged 13 points.
Especially when you consider all the injuries that he's had to deal with. I'm sure we'll have a graphic or some type.
Finished 8th, Jacksonville State, preseason number 8 in Conference USA, and they finished in second place.
Having that true rotation, they've been going really 6 to 7 deep for the most part over the last month of the season.
Off the win.
Freshman team performer in Conference USA and was big in the Conference USA tournament.
Corey Alexander, analyst, assistant coach as well tonight. The left-handed short off, a turnover. Good hands by Cotton. And now in transition, it's Brigham with the 2 on the band, the tattoos, but he's got the game to match. Quick trigger 3 from the left.
Light from Coach Harper.
Powell, the step through for 2.
Virginia on the defensive end of the floor.
There's another 3 attempt, and it's good.
Tells you the quality coach that you have in Ray Harper, where you've got guys that want to spend their entire career, and now
Cox ball with a 12-8 lead. Ball goes out of bounds. It's a turnover.
And so you have to get over that mental block as Lance Terry lines one up, is able to knock down his second 3-point attempt. Younger players who still have time, but everyone should get on the same page normally midway through.
How about
excited? That's why he shot an air ball. Rarely do you see that from him.
That 3 ball is good. Make it back-to-back triples from Lance. A rebound. And Niago doing some work, but can't find the bottom of the bucket. But Jacksonville State over 20 points a game. George off the mark with his 3. Jackets give it right back. Pierre, one-on-one, all the way, gets it to go. 6 points in points per game. He's 6th in the nation in minutes per game, so he is a warrior out on the floor. Dongo off the mark. Duncan Powell is a matchup nightmare and a foul called on the floor. A career 40% three-point shooter. He made over 1,200 threes in his NBA career, but obviously a lot of people around. Right now, D3 watching the Yellow Jackets trailing by 3, and now they trail
in the white uniform.
And Ryan Mutombo, another member of the MASH unit for Georgia Tech. He hadn't played since late February.
In his freshman year, but has relied on Damon Stoudemire and the staff to really comfort him throughout this time. But it's got to be tough for a young man.
There's number 5 in red. That's the one you want to keep an eye on tonight. The 4th leading scorer in the country, but he gets an assist this time into tonight.
He averaged 16 points a game in the Conference USA tournament. Was all tournament team selection.
So Mustaf at the line, and the young man knocks down the first.
Many of the bigger schools trying to poach them away.
And there's the 3. Because this call, what was originally called a goaltending, and 2 points for Duncan Powell, was reversed, and accurately so.
Absolutely, because
4th for the Gamecocks. Here's Terry, in and out. That one looked like it was halfway down.
Great look and great push by Nicker, looking back at his bench like, what are we doing? As the threes continue to fly, I'm not sure everyone that's taking them has that green light.
Nate George at their season.
He really
Damon
has.
Stoudemire.
And you're talking about a young man that reclassed up to be here with Damon Stoudemire. Here's game in a Jacksonville State uniform.
Pocket pass. And Dongo couldn't finish it. 9 for the Gamecocks. Nice baseline take, but Moody and his team is up by 7 on the road.
But it's plays like that, finding the right read, and again, using screen and roll actions.
And Jacksonville State shooting lights out in Atlanta tonight. Here's Brigham again. How about the night? Here's Pierre with the ball. And he takes it himself. That is a tough cover.
But a stop on this end for the Yellow Jackets.
Pierre, sidestep 3.
Let's make it the last.
For the coaching staff in Jacksonville. Another one, not this time. But the follow off the rebound.
Jacksonville State does. They'll come out with the zone at 1-3-1. They'll play 2-3, multiple defenses, as that one never gets above the rim by that 3 from Coach Harper, simply because Brigham has had the hot hand from beyond the arc throughout this game.
3 for 4 tonight for Brigham. McCollum can't find the bottom.
Letting Nate George know we good with that shot.
40 seconds to go in an electric first half, and that electricity has been just lead of the game for his Gamecocks. 7 on the shot clock. Inside, Dongo finally gets his first 2 of the night.
And that's a guy I'm sure Davis.
We talked to their coaches. They said, this is great. We leave here at 10. We get home at 10:15 tonight.
And even more important, if they can do what they did in the first half, they can go.
Matches their largest lead of the night.
Great
House.
decision.
Left-handed 3, and Corey Cotton has back-to-back buckets after being held. Nicholson on the high hedge. Now he recovers. Mustaf right up against Nicholson for 2.
Nice find from Dongo. Great buckets. They're going to have to find a way to get some stops defensively as they go zone, but miscommunication allows Jacksonville State and the best
game in and out. One and done. Rebound to Ndongo. Now Dongo gets it back and can't finish at the rim.
Second time he's already an 18-point lead after playing just 3 minutes here in the second half.
That jumper is short by House. For those of you he is a load and he takes on a workload, no doubt. Another Gamecocks turnover forced. Here's Nicholson with the left hand right on cue. And piece 4, and then Thursday and Friday, everybody gets the day off from work, right? Here's Duncan Powell off the mark with his first shot of the second half. In the dance, and 4 teams from the state of Alabama are representing in the NIT.
And oftentimes you see Alabama being so Tech. Tried it on an earlier possession, and Pierre was able to get the 3 in the corner.
And Georgia Tech on Pierre has crossed the 20-point plateau again. 23rd time this season for the 4th best scorer in NCAA Division I basketball.
At the end of the shot clock, Sutton, a young team, but at the same time have dealt with a tremendous amount of injuries, and not a lot of these guys on the floor for Georgia Tech at this point are playing.
Nice look inside. They go one more, and Powell hesitated. Took it inside and drew the foul on Nicholson.
And that's the first time I've seen Powell. He's told me, he said, honestly, Duncan plays like me, a very similar style of play, so it's been a natural progression for those 2 guys to build a relationship.
That one erased by
the last 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Can they continue to get the job done defensively?
Atuka with a 3. That's his 4th of the night.
And that's been the answer.
600 in his decorated career. 3 on the shot clock. They fire from the corner, and it's off the mark. Hunt trying to chip away at this Gamecocks lead. The big boy, Nicholson with the stuff.
And Pierre averages 3.7 a game, so that's not a high number, especially when you consider that this guy, Nate George, averages double that almost per game.
Saw was the 10th Georgia Tech turnover of the night. Brigham, nice touch off the window.
Of Pierre.
5 to shoot. Cotton And that one, Powell, catch and release. Too strong off the back iron. Remember, 5 times this year, Pierre's gone over the 30 mark. He's 7 away from that. And shooting 50% from the field and 46% from three-point range. And Powell for 3, off the mark. Brigham, a couple of pump fakes, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound.
And the NFL draft.
That's right.
Coming soon. We're 37 days away. Oh,
Touch.
we have highlighted more than enough times that there is a reason that many NBA personnel.
Here's 29 points. There's a 3 from Powell.
Making every possession a one and done for the Yellow Jackets.
By Dongo, who averaged a double-double in ACC play. Titles. He won 2 at the D2 level with Kentucky Wesleyan, 2 with OKC.
Consistently like this, they've got a chance to do damage in this NIT when you've got the best player on.
Players that don't get a lot of pub are starting to shine.
We've seen him slide his feet, get after it defensively. Lance Terry with the steal there and the finish. Points, they don't matter at this point of the game.
Full court pressure, and of course, so they keep the possession arrow and possession on this call. But they can't knock down the... And Nicholson with the flush.
Execute. Zach State doing so on the last possession, resulting in the dunk from Nicholson.
This is Jack State's.
Definitely went back into the record books on that one. Now, how long?
Bounce pass, Pierre to Nicholson. Another dime for Jaron Pierre, another easy.
Here's the question, though. Did they continue to help the women's team out, or did the women's team lose their practice squad?
At least one more in him in a Jack State uniform.
Yeah, and as the lowest seed in the bracket right now, they will either Jack State.
And there's a bucket by Avi Lowry. Put in Atlanta. And an 81-64 victory for Ray Harper. His program, as we mentioned, it's their first win against a power conference opponent